Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel, The Conflict Conundrum. Have you ever pondered why conflict arises within organizations and how leaders navigate through these turbulent waters? Conflict, a word that often carries a negative connotation, is an integral part of any organization's growth and development. It's the invisible thread that weaves through the fabric of every organization, shaping its culture, its processes, and its outcomes. Now, you might be wondering, why do we even need conflict? That's a great question. Conflict, when handled correctly, can lead to innovation, creativity, and improved team dynamics. It can break the monotony and drive an organization towards growth and prosperity. But here's the catch. It needs to be managed well, and that's where organizational behavior leadership comes into play. Organizational behavior leadership is like the captain of a ship navigating through stormy seas. The captain, or the leader in our case, needs to understand the dynamics of conflict, its causes, its types, and its impacts. A well-versed leader can turn conflict into a tool for growth and can negotiate through the turmoil to reach calmer waters. So, what causes conflict in an organization? The sources can be as diverse as the organizations themselves. They could stem from differences in values, goals, or methods among team members. They could arise from power struggles, resource allocation, or even personal grudges. Understanding these sources is the first step in managing conflict. But conflict isn't a one-size-fits-all phenomenon. It's like a chameleon. It changes its nature depending on the situation. There are different types of conflict: interpersonal, intrapersonal, intragroup, and intergroup, each with its unique characteristics and impacts. And here's where negotiation comes in. Negotiation is the art of finding common ground amidst differences. It's about understanding the viewpoints of all parties involved and crafting a solution that's acceptable to everyone. It's a critical skill that every leader must master to effectively manage conflict. In this journey, we'll delve deeper into the world of organizational behavior leadership, conflict, and negotiation. We'll explore the traditional view, the human relations view, and the interactionist view of conflict. So fasten your seatbelts as we dive into this fascinating world of conflict and negotiation. Conflict is inevitable, but its management is what separates successful organizations from the rest. So let's unravel this conflict conundrum together, shall we? Traditional view of conflict. The traditional view perceives conflict as harmful, something to be avoided. But is it really? Let's delve into the traditional view of conflict, a perspective that has been around for ages and has shaped countless organizations. This viewpoint regards conflict as a negative force, a disruptive wave that threatens the smooth sailing of an organization's boat. It's often seen as the villain in the story, the unwelcome guest that everyone tries to avoid at the dinner table. Under the traditional view, conflict is perceived as a sign of malfunctioning within the group, a symptom of something going wrong. It's seen as a blemish on the otherwise clean face of cooperation and harmony. This perspective tends to label conflict as a destructive force that disrupts the peaceful environment and hinders the productivity of the organization. The traditional view encourages a harmonious, cooperative atmosphere. It values unity and promotes the idea of everyone working together, moving in the same direction like a well-oiled machine. This view paints a picture of an ideal world, where disagreements are few and far between, and everyone gets along just fine. However, while this may seem like a utopia, it's not without its pitfalls. In the pursuit of harmony, the traditional view tends to suppress individual expression. It discourages dissenting voices and differing perspectives, fearing that they might incite conflict. But in doing so, it risks stifling creativity and innovation. After all, isn't it through the clash of differing ideas that we often arrive at the most innovative solutions? Isn't it the spark of disagreement that often ignites the flame of creativity? By suppressing these sparks, we might be suppressing the potential for innovation and growth. Moreover, when we avoid conflict at all costs, we may also be avoiding crucial conversations that need to happen. We may be sweeping important issues under the rug, issues that, if addressed, could lead to significant improvements. While the traditional view seeks harmony, it risks stifling creativity and individuality. It's a perspective that has its merits but also its drawbacks. And it's these drawbacks that have led to the evolution of other views on conflict, views that we'll explore in the upcoming scenes. Stay tuned. Human relations view. The human relations view sees conflict as a natural and inevitable outcome in any group. But can it be beneficial? Let's dive into the human relations view of conflict. This perspective is a fascinating one as it views conflict not as a nuisance, but a natural occurrence in any group or organization, much like the ebb and flow of the tide. Imagine a team in any organization. With diverse perspectives, varied backgrounds, and unique ideas, it's only natural that differences arise. And where there are differences, there's potential for conflict. But here's the twist. The human relations view doesn't perceive this conflict as inherently negative. Instead, it suggests that conflict can act as a catalyst, a driving force for change and growth. It's like a wake-up call, prompting us to reassess, to recalibrate, and to innovate. Conflict in this light can be a tool to knock out complacency, inspiring creativity, and fostering a vibrant, dynamic work environment. Consider, for instance, a team brainstorming session. Different ideas clash, and there's a buzz of disagreement in the air. But it's this very disagreement that sparks creativity, leading to innovative solutions that wouldn't have emerged from a group in total agreement. The human relations view also suggests that conflict can enhance team cohesion. When handled effectively, conflict can bring team members closer together as they work through disagreements, understand each other's perspectives, and find common ground. It's like a crucible, testing and strengthening the bonds within a team. However, it's essential to remember that the human relations view doesn't glorify conflict. It acknowledges that conflict, while natural and potentially beneficial, can also be destructive if not managed effectively. The key, then, lies in the management of conflict. Effective conflict management strategies can harness the creative and cohesive potential of conflict while mitigating its destructive potential. In essence, the human relations view offers a balanced perspective on conflict. It encourages us to view conflict not as a problem to be avoided, but as an opportunity to be leveraged. The human relations view embraces conflict as a catalyst for change, but it's the management of conflict that truly matters. Interactionist view. The interactionist view believes conflict is absolutely necessary for a group to perform effectively. But how so? Let's delve into the interactionist view of conflict, which stands in stark contrast to the traditional and human relations views we've explored earlier. This perspective asserts that conflict can be a positive force within a group and is not only beneficial, but absolutely necessary for the group to perform effectively. Quite a radical concept, wouldn't you say? You see, the interactionist view doesn't just tolerate conflict, it encourages it. But why would anyone encourage conflict? The answer lies in the belief that a harmonious, peaceful, and cooperative group can become insular, stagnant, and resistant to innovation or fresh ideas. To counter this, the interactionist view advocates for a healthy level of conflict to stimulate critical thinking and foster creativity. It's about pushing boundaries and challenging the status quo. This view is not about promoting a chaotic environment, but rather nurturing a dynamic and creative one. It's about creating a space where diverse perspectives can collide and interplay, leading to better solutions and improved group performance. Now, this doesn't mean that all conflicts are welcome. The interactionist view differentiates between functional, constructive forms of conflict that support the goals of the group and improve its performance, and dysfunctional, destructive forms of conflict that hinder group performance. Functional conflict is encouraged. It's the kind of conflict that arises from disagreements about task content, ideas, and the means to achieve the group's goals. These conflicts can lead to better ideas, solutions, and innovations. On the other hand, dysfunctional conflict, such as personal attacks or power struggles, is seen as destructive and is to be avoided. These types of conflict can lead to resentment, hostility, and a breakdown in group cohesion. So, in a nutshell, the interactionist view doesn't just see conflict as an inevitable part of group dynamics. It sees it as a vital part, a catalyst for change and innovation. It's a perspective that values conflict as a necessary tool for performance, pushing the boundaries of conventional thinking. The bridge over troubled waters. Negotiation is the bridge over the troubled waters of conflict. But how does it work? Imagine the tumultuous sea of conflict. It's filled with waves of disagreement, storms of discord, and undercurrents of misunderstanding. Now picture a bridge spanning across this sea, providing a safe and steady path to the other side. That bridge, dear listeners, is negotiation. Negotiation is a strategic dialogue designed to help you reach an agreement. It's a lifeline that allows parties to navigate the choppy waters of conflict and reach the shores of resolution. It's a process that fosters understanding, encourages compromise, and ultimately brings about harmony. There are several types of negotiation, each suited to different situations. Distributive negotiation, for instance, is a win-lose approach. It's like a tug of war, where one party's gain is the other party's loss. It's used when resources are limited, and the only way forward is to fight for your share. On the other hand, integrative negotiation is a win-win approach. It's like a dance, where both parties move together, complementing each other's steps to create a beautiful performance. It's used when the goal is to build relationships and find solutions that benefit all. Negotiation plays a crucial role in conflict resolution. It helps transform the turbulent sea of conflict into a calm and manageable stream. By fostering dialogue and understanding, negotiation helps parties see beyond their differences. It helps them find common ground, reach a compromise, and work towards a mutually beneficial outcome. So the next time you find yourself in the midst of conflict, remember the bridge of negotiation. Use it to navigate the troubled waters, to find a path to resolution, to turn disagreement into understanding, and discord into harmony. Remember, negotiation isn't about winning or losing. It's about understanding and compromise. It's about turning conflict into collaboration, disagreement into dialogue, and discord into harmony. Negotiation, when done right, can turn the tides of conflict into a harmonious flow of collaboration. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.